buddy off the stage. Hey, listen, as a senior program manager in the identity team at Microsoft, it's my job to help partners and IT professionals deploy Azure Active Directory services. Well, today it's my pleasure to showcase updates to that service and the ways that you can use it. To do that, please welcome my favorite corporate vice president ever, the man, the myth, the legend, the only person who warrants screen time each and every time I come to the stage. I hired a prompter to write that. You like that, Alex? Please welcome Alex Simons.
Hi, Joey. Great to be here.
I couldn't resist. I couldn't. A little too much, maybe?
I appreciate it. That's very kind of you.
Alex, I love having these conversations with you each and every Ignite, but there are people out there who are viewing this for the first time. So if you don't mind, please introduce who you are and what you do.
Sure. I'm the corporate vice president for the program management team in the identity division at Microsoft. So my team's responsible for our identity vision and strategy, for all of our feature specifications, roadmaps, but most importantly for working directly with customers to make sure we're getting all of their feedback and essentially doing like co-engineering work to make sure the new features that we are building and the capabilities we add really meet their needs.
So Alex, the heroes of the day of late have been these IT professionals as we've made this shift to remote work. I've heard stories of IT professionals literally coming out with carts of PCs, putting them in the back of people's trunks with a keyboard and the mouse, and then off they go. Alex, what's been the biggest change from our perspective inside of Azure Active Directory with this changing world?
Yeah, so Joey, we've really seen our customers do some heroic things like you're saying, right? Like kind of two big pieces of work customers have had to do. The first is they've had to send tons of employees home, right? Like get them PCs, get them laptops, get them set up with secure access from home. In some cases, we had customers who needed to send, 400, 500, 600,000 employees home in the course of just a week or two and not get in the way of their productivity. The other big thing is we've seen a whole big shift among our customers to much more focus on e-commerce. And so our customers who use our Azure AD B2C service, they're seeing really big increases in the number of orders they're taking, in the number of essentially just online customer connections that they're able to create. And so for us, that's really stretched the service and forced us to work on a whole bunch of things unique to those scenarios. Right. So, for instance, sending people home, right, we saw a giant increase in the use of MFA all of a sudden, because now that I'm no longer in the corporate headquarters or behind the corporate firewall, you need some way to prove that I really am who I say I am. So we saw more than 100% jump in the use of MFA in a very short time frame. We've also seen some giant jumps in the use of SaaS applications as well. So, kind of the ones like you would expect, like obviously Teams went through a huge growth path, but we've also seen the use of a bunch of third-party apps like Zoom, Slack, all of the kind of the web conferencing applications. Like the use of all of those applications has gone up more than 100% as well. So we've really put a big focus on improving our security stance and making it really easy to integrate lots and lots of applications with Azure AD so that employees can be fully productive even when maybe they never go into the office anymore.
So that's really interesting, the number of apps, and it's not just those cloud or SaaS-based applications as well, right? We can now enable the IT professional to access things that have traditionally kind of been behind those four walls, right?
Yeah, you're right. Like one of again, another really big growth area we saw was, again, a more than 100% growth in the use of our Azure App Proxy. And that's the service for being able to give people access back to their on-premise applications without the need to have a VPN. One of the big pieces of news we announced at Ignite this week was the addition of header-based authentication to the Azure App Proxy. That turns out is the predominant way that the last generation of web applications did authentication, and now we're able to easily hook those up to Azure AD and give people all of the protection and security benefits that they're looking for without having to migrate those applications necessarily to a whole new infrastructure or to the cloud.
That's kind of along the lines of legacy authentication, right?
Yeah, it's one of many kinds of legacy authentication. It's actually a pretty good and pretty secure one. And so we're really happy to be able to offer that to customers.
And getting off of legacy authentication is still a major priority for our IT professionals, yeah?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's part of the overall, like, how do we make sure that you're secure when you're in the cloud and your users are at home, right? So we've made a bunch of improvements in our conditional access system. So for instance, we've added in the ability to have, where we recommend all kinds of, based on the insights we see in the usage, we can recommend all kinds of improvements to conditional access policies now. By default, we always block legacy authentication when someone creates a new conditional access policy. We've put in APIs that let you programmatically manage your conditional access policies, so you're less subject to kind of a fat finger error. And some customers are even taking their Azure AD conditional access policies now and putting them under source control so that they know exactly what changes happen, and then they just use a script to move it from source control into the API and establish their tenants in a secure way. So those are all big pieces of making sure that the service is more secure as more and more people head home. My favorite one, though, is the new My Sign-ins page. So that's a page where users can go and see their sign-ins, and there's a little button for reporting, oh, this wasn't me. And that forces them to then go through and do a new MFA and change their password. But in addition, that signal then feeds into our identity protection machine learning system and helps us improve the algorithms. So we're kind of getting like crowdsourced attack data that we can use from all of the different customers at Microsoft to protect all the other customers. It's almost like a funny herd immunity thing. Like we see an attack in one place, we get crowdsourced signal, and now everybody gets protected by it. It's really cool. And that kind of machine learning improvements and a whole bunch of work the team has done have gotten us to the place now where we're blocking more than 80 million password spray attempts a day in Azure Active Directory. And so our machine learning system just continues to get better and better at detections. And then the automated mitigations that conditional access policies allowed have really saved our customers a ton of pain as they've had to send their employees home into entirely new environments.
I love this. This is so super cool. It's like this big cycle, right? It used to be, we're going to grab all of our data and we're going to process that. Now it's like, we're going to grab the data and you can help contribute to that data. So that's just amazing for all of our customers. We're kind of settling in a little bit. I mean, as settled as we can possibly be in this new way of work. And IT professionals, they're going to have to go back through and address security. There's a lot of people who are just reacting to the situation and getting people able to work. They've got to go back and address security now. What are some tips that you suggest these IT professionals to address first, particularly around identity?
Yeah, so look, the first one I always ask everybody, if you heard nothing else from one of my discussions, hear me that turning on MFA, any kind of MFA at all, greatly reduces your risk, right? So 99.9% risk reduction just by turning on any form of MFA you possibly can. Now, of course, there are more secure forms of MFA that are easier to use. So I would highly recommend looking at the Authenticator, the Microsoft Authenticator app, right, and using that as the way that you provide MFA. That's a really nice, easy to use experience for the end user while still giving you really good security. In fact, better security than maybe you would get with an SMS message or something like that. The other piece, though, I would say that customers are, we just would love to see customers take more and more advantage of is our identity protection system. We are monitoring every single authentication, but a lot of our customers have not configured the policies to then use that incredibly rich signal to drive their mitigations. And of course, we would love to work with them to help them get those policies in place. But in addition, now we can use that same set of data to protect the Azure AD B2C service. And that's the first time we've had that. So now conditional access and identity protection work across all of Azure AD and Azure AD B2C, using that same kind of high-level machine learning to protect every single authentication and login attempt.
Awesome. One of the coolest things about Microsoft Ignite being a digital experience this year is that we get a chance to talk to IT professionals who may be skilling up. They're net new into this industry. What advice would you give to an up-and-coming person who really wants to kind of spin their career toward this really cool world of identity?
Yeah, so I mean, the first thing I would say is, look, take advantage of all of the amazing online content we've created just for this event. There's 20, 30 already pre-recorded sessions that are going to show you the latest information. But the other piece I would start with is just a basic fundamental thing is, hey, let's just learn about token flows, right? Like, how do OAuth tokens work? How do Kerberos tokens work? If you understand the basics of those, pretty much everything else in identity is just some extension of someone asks for a token and goes here and goes there. So one of the best ways to do that is just to go to any search engine, search for Stuart at Azure Active Directory identity videos, and you'll find an incredible collection of videos that walk you through all the basics of how authentication flows work.
I think that's super cool because Stuart Kwon is the reason why I'm doing identity now and why I started identity we'll just say back in the day, Alex, because I don't want to date myself when I saw him at TechEd back in Dallas. But no, Stuart, just giving the knowledge, that's fantastic. So let me flip it to the opposite side of that now. So we've talked a little bit about the new onboarding, skilling up IT professional. Let's talk about the grizzled veteran, right? The person who's been doing this a long time. What do you have for them?
Yeah. Well, so for the grizzled veteran, look, I would say a couple things. First, make sure you're checking your identity secure score and looking for opportunities to improve. There are some really obvious things there you can do to make improvements, particularly like I was saying earlier, let's really make more use of identity protection. The second thing I would pay a lot of attention to if I was in this space is to learn more about our verified publisher program. So the verified publisher program lets an ISV who's delivering an app verify that they really are an ISV and they're a legitimate business, and that instead of being a hacker. And so the applications they produce, you can trust a lot more. So I would definitely encourage people to go learn about that. And then the last thing I'd say is, hey, keep your eyes peeled. We got a bunch of really cool new stuff coming. Continue to learn about passwordless. You're going to see a lot of new news coming on passwordless. Our identity governance system is a rich area where we continue to make big advances, and a really a brand new module that I think most people don't know a ton about and haven't really explored the capabilities of yet.
Yeah, that's a great tip, particularly around the governance stuff. Well, Alex, I'm very predictable. I asked kind of some of the same questions. And last we talked, I said, what's keeping you up at night? And that world has dramatically changed from that last conversation. In today's space, now what's kind of keeping you up at night? What's having to change in developing the service, given the new world and what our customers are telling us?
Yeah, look, there's not much that keeps me up at night. I sleep pretty well. But the things that I spend the most time worrying about are just, look, are our customers successful? Are we giving them the capabilities that they need to be able to run their business in these new ways? And are we making sure they're super secure? So I spend most of my time really focused on the kind of the core plumbing around, look, are we making the MFA service like super easy and super performant? Are we getting our passwordless story in place to make sure that everybody can just get rid of these things all together? And then I spend a bunch of time kind of thinking about the future as well, like a whole bunch of interesting work going on now around decentralized identities. And in a world where privacy matters so much, how do we give users back their privacy and let them only selectively share information in a way that they're very in control of? I think we're right on the verge of kind of reinventing the whole industry there. And so I'm really excited about the work the team is doing. And we had some great stuff this week, and you'll see a whole bunch more of that coming over the next 6 to 12 months.
That's an area that I'm definitely going to kind of focus in on. It's crazy, the innovation there, and to be able to get the control back. Just even as IT people, we're so used to having that control and giving it back to the user. It's just so super cool to see that. Alex, I would sit here and chat with you the entire rest of the afternoon, as you know, because I talk your ear off all the time. But I really appreciate you coming by, spending a few minutes and talking about identity to all of our folks at Microsoft Ignite.
Yeah, absolutely. Joey, thanks for the opportunity. Always great to see you, and always great to get a chance to share the work we're doing on with the Ignite audience.
All right, Alex, thanks a bunch. I appreciate it. We'll see you soon. All right, well, listen, there you have it. If you're looking to deploy Azure Active Directory as part of your solution, might I recommend checking out some of our on-demand content. We've got a whole bunch of sessions like Alex mentioned, including one which is best practices for managing your remote workforce. Or just head on over to aka.ms/IdentityIgnite2020. And we've got a fresh batch of digital breakout sessions coming up shortly. You're going to want to head over to that session scheduler to see more. Get all of those things added.
But first,